Miami is known for three things: the beach, the nightlife and the culture. Hello and welcome back to Eat Travel Fun. This is Mansi. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to make your Miami trip the best trip of your life. The first important question is how to reach Miami. Miami has an international airport and you can reach Miami through any of the US destination or European destination. It is not difficult to reach Miami as they do have regular flights from India. The second question is, when is a good time to visit Miami? Well, Miami is actually on the southern part of USA. That's why it's a destination which you can visit a year round. Obviously, summer being little hot and winters can be little cold, but you can visit anytime during the year. The peak season in Miami is June and July, when all the schools have a holiday and a lot of international tourists come there. But apart from the main summer season, you can also look at traveling during the fall or a spring season. Now the second big question is accommodation. Where should you stay in Miami and what kind of accommodation is available? Now the majority of the people who goes to Miami prefer to stay on the South Beach, which is a part away from the main island, because that's where the most of the things are happening. The beach is close by, the party places are close by, and now on the South Beach there are three sections where you can stay. The one is the South Beach, Mid Beach and the North Beach. South Beach is where you get majority of the affordable accommodations. You get the standalone hotels, whereas in the Mid Beach and the North Beach is where you get the luxury accommodation. When it comes to the South Beach, the hotels will not have access to their private beach area, but when it comes to the North Beach, most of the luxury hotels will have a direct access to the beach, and personally I prefer to stay in that area because the beach are much cleaner and less crowded. But apart from South Beach, if you are looking at moving away from the crowd, looking at a place which connects most of the major places in Miami, then you can definitely look at areas like downtown. When it comes to downtown, areas like Brickell becomes convenient as there are many hotels located there. In terms of the price of the accommodation, in Miami you can look for an Airbnb which can be cheaper to a very basic hotel, but if you are looking at spending and if you are looking at living in a luxury, then there are a couple of luxury hotels you can explore. When you book a hotel, especially in the South Beach area, ensure that you read through the services they provide, because in some hotels the restaurant is in the lobby and they basically don't have a reception area. These hotels will not look after your luggage or have a storage facility available. So if you are looking at checking out and having a flight in the evening where you're looking at your luggage to be stored, then ensure that you don't look at the hotels which are right on the beach, but look something which is inside. So do read about the hotels and the services provided on their website before doing the booking. Now the next thing you want to know is how to travel around Miami. The transportation in Miami is not a hassle. You can either rent a car or you can hire an Uber. There are shuttles and metro available in some parts of the downtown area, and if you're looking for some eco-friendly ways, then there are bicycles available which you can rent it and ride around Miami. Also, most of the places are walkable distance, are close by, so you can actually avoid renting a car when you're traveling within the city, but you will definitely need a car if you're looking at exploring areas outside of Miami. Now the next question which a lot of people ask me is about the food. Now Miami being very close to Mexico, it definitely has an influence of Mexican food, so you will definitely find a lot of Mexican restaurants, especially people who are vegetarian like me. Vegetarian food in Miami is easily available. Most of the restaurants will have one or the two dish which are vegetarian. Some of the places in South Beach might have a less vegetarian option, but you do have Indian restaurants in Miami and you do have Italian and Mexican restaurants available which can provide you vegetarian food. The vegan culture is quite good, so you can definitely look for a vegan or a healthy option which are easily available in any parts of Miami. Now comes the main question: what are places you need to visit when you are in Miami? So let's start the list of top attractions in Miami which you should put it on your bucket list. The first place which you definitely want to do in Miami and which Miami is known for is spending time on the beach. The South Beach is one of the most beautiful beach. It has amazing clear blue water, and it's a place where you can see a lot of tourists and locals just lazing around and chilling and playing in the water. So you can actually spend a lot of your time in the water or on the beach. The interesting fact about Miami Beach is that the lifeguard station in Miami beaches, each of them are colored differently and designed differently, and that's what makes it Miami a very unique and culturally influenced place. These lifeguard stations will look amazing and you will see a whole lot of varieties of them. There are around 30 of them which are located on the beach, and each one has a unique characteristics. So South Beach is definitely one such place which will be top on your list as you explore the water of Miami, the beach of Miami, and these beautiful colorful lifeguard tower of Miami. The second place you should explore is called Little Havana and Little Haiti. Little Havana and Little Haiti are the places which are a smaller version of these cities in Miami. When you go to that place, it feels as if you are not in Miami but in Cuba, and let you experience the best of Cuban culture. Cuban culture and the Cuban food doesn't have any vegetarian option, so that's why when you go to any restaurants in Little Havana, difficult to find any of the vegetarian food. But if you are in these restaurants, do check out the Cuban coffees. A lot of the restaurants in Little Havana and Little Haiti will have live music, dancing, so it's definitely a good place to explore. If you are into food and more into the Cuban culture, then these places also have walking tours and the food tours which takes you through the cultural experience of Little Havana. The next place to see in Miami is one of the beautiful art and cultural experience, and that's called Wynwood. Wynwood is an area which is close to the downtown part of the Miami, and then there are amazing wall sculptures and some of the beautiful painted walls throughout the Wynwood, which will definitely let you have some of the amazing pictures and a walking experience. Apart from that, there are also amazing art installations which are there across Wynwood, which you should definitely check it out. And as you are walking through these beautiful places, you'll definitely feel hungry, and that's why take a break and sit in the cute cafes and bakeries you will find in Wynwood, where you can relax and admire the art around you. Another thing which you should explore when you're in Miami is called Bayside View. It's a bayside area where you get multiple activities and shopping and eateries in just one location. You can do a jet boat ride which takes you through the coast of Miami, shows you the skyline and some of the celebrity houses which are there in Miami. These tours are 1 hour long tour which pass through some of the premium bungalows which are located on the coast of Miami, and the boat ride experience which will give you amazing view of Miami skyline. In the same locality, which is Bayside, there is also Miami Eye, where you can get bird's eye view of Miami. You can just stroll around the area because there are a lot of shopping places and a lot of eateries are located in the Bayside. It's a perfect spot where you get an adventure and leisure mixed with the shopping. As I told you before, Miami is also a cultural hub, and that's why there are a lot of museums which are there in the city. If you want to explore more about Miami, the history of Miami, how Miami was formed, and some art influences which made Miami what it is today, then definitely check out some of the museums which are located in Miami. The next thing to do in Miami is actually a little away from Miami, which is called Everglades National Park. Everglades National Park is a mangrove national park which is located just outside of Miami. The half-day tour will take you through the national park. You have a chance to explore some wildlife which includes the crocodile, some amazing birds in this safari. This safari are basically in a boat which has a large fan behind and it runs on a motor. So many a times it can become quite noisy because these motors will have a loud noises as it pass through the Everglades National Park. But it is one of a kind experience which you should not miss out when you are in Miami. When you are in the USA, you cannot leave without a shopping experience, and that's why you should definitely explore Sawgrass Outlet Mall, which is located 45 minutes away from Miami but gives you an experience of some of the luxurious brands at a very affordable rate. Shopping in outlet mall is one of the must-do things when you are in USA, and going to an outlet mall will require an entire day because there are a lot of activities which you can do around the mall. Obviously, the shopping will take most of your time and the food and the other things are less, but these shoppings will definitely be a value for money shopping because most of these outlet malls will have things at a cheaper rate. If you don't mind paying the price and you don't want to go that far, there is a Miami downtown mall in Brickell, there is a mall in South Beach. All these places are definitely going to be the shopping places which you should explore when you are in Miami. Some of the offbeat places which are not well known among the tourists are called Coconut Grove and Coral Bay. These are located around 20 to 30 minutes away from Miami, but are some of the beautiful places to explore for shopping, eateries, and just a leisure walk around the town. Now let's talk about two things for which Miami is kind of a center but not necessarily are in Miami. The first one is cruises. Miami is home to cruises, and the port has some of the beautiful, amazing and many cruises which are available for you to take. If you are looking at extending your stay and exploring the Bahamas, Puerto Ricos or the Caribbean, then definitely check out these cruises. There are these amazing cruise companies like Celebrity Cruises, NCL, Royal Caribbean. All these cruise companies will have a cruise departing from Miami. So that's one of the things which you should definitely explore as an extended trip to your Miami trip. The second location which you can visit as an extended trip to Miami is Florida Keys. Florida Keys is islands which are connected as an extension of Florida, the last island which is known as Key West. It is connected through one of the bridge. People drive all the way to Key West to spend some time and come back. But personally, I would suggest you to either stay in Key West, Key Largo or any other places to spend some time and explore those beaches. These places are actually very well known for scuba diving, and if you are into marine life, then these are the places you should explore as an extended trip to Miami. That's it for today's video. I hope this video was helpful and you are able to plan your Miami trip better. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions regarding Miami, and don't forget to subscribe for your weekly dose of e-travel fun.